All right, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kwakadash. The one see Apostle is a great millstone. Peace and salutations to you sincere brothers out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. It's Tuesday, man. Just had a great meeting with brothers over the weekend. Brothers from all over the Midwest, different places, down south as well. Fellowship, beautiful thing. But just like we were talking about, we're right back at it, because this is a full-time job. This is what we do with the prophets of the Lord, and brothers doing a good job of bringing out about that subject, that Black Identity Extremist, which that term is so loose and vague that it can really apply to anything that black people have any kind of militance in. Scriptures talk about, be ye not wicked of Satan's devices. That's one of his devices, that loose speech, that serpent tongue. Just like in his laws, the police officers, they pull you over and you start to quote the law at them, they'll tell you, well, look, it depends on the interpretation of whoever is using the law. So depending on the interpretation of the officer, they can decide to give you a ticket or they can decide to let you go. And it's just like this. At the end of the day, we're in this man's system. We're in Egypt, subject under his laws and his rules. We have to obey the ordinances and the things of the society. But at the same time, we're not supposed to fucking bury ourselves like these guys, we had these guys, ISUPK, walk by the camp here in St. Louis. Those guys are not diligent at all. They're not feeding the flock. They're not there to warn the people of everything that's going on. That's why you look at their channel on YouTube, it's not a lot of activity. And they know that. And they were just there to try to show face and try to play a part, try to look tough. But hey, you can do all that for men, but at the end of the day, it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that's watching and it's gonna judge you. So all that clown shit and the monkey shit that they're trying to do, they're gonna receive their punishment. They're gonna receive their reward for that. Men, most we could do, we might curse at you, we might, use the scriptures to condemn what you're doing. At the end of the day, we're gonna move on with what we're doing. We're not focused on you guys. Those guys will focus on us. People must have saw the big camp or whatever, saw the live streams or whatever, put two and two together, and then those guys came down and tried to play a part. When they didn't set up camp, they didn't go out and preach. Those guys are fakes, and Esau's going to use people like that, like the guys who walk by. They had a whole bunch of black stuff. God is black, the Jews are black, all this black. End of the day, the Lord's not dealing with black people. He's not dealing with those people. He's waking up his elect men. Talks about in Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bones, the flesh coming back on the body, the sinews. And all those people in the Bible, those are so-called brown-skinned men. None of them are black. Black is a title that Esau has used to label us, to coincide, of course, with evil and all these other things that black encompasses. So, and he's doing a fine job. These guys, Esau is playing the shit out of these guys, because we all remember from it was January 30th, 2017, in Viceland, did this shit. Johanna took them to the gun range or whatever. They got all their gear on and all this dumbass shit on. All these little trinkets and shit that they, I don't even know you buy that shit. You have to buy that shit online and go to the damn wrestling outlet store or some shit. But they're sitting here going to this place and you're in a video with guns. So now the devil has a reason to come and to prosecute you because you're in a video with guns. And then you got that, Star of David, that's been known for Israelites to rock with that. So now, because we all call on that same God that you're calling on, now Esau can lump us all in together, and they can have a reason. See, we got you guys on video. This is you Israelite guys, and it's interesting because when we were at camp, the police right before camp, it was spiritual. The police put cuffs on a Jake. You know, he wound up being innocent, but they put cuffs on him, and they kind of walked over because they wanted to get in the camera shot or whatever. The police love to be in the camera, but he walked over. He said, "Yeah, I have no problem with what you guys are doing. You guys aren't on the loudspeaker like those other guys. You guys are fine out here." And we had no problems with it. So we said, "Okay, officer," and they moved on about their business, and we kept going back to preaching. So that even the police, they know that there's a difference between the camps, between the spirit of how the camp is run, between the look of the different camps. They know that there's a difference between the Israelites, but they're still going to try to put us under that same label. And that's why the scriptures say, it's a Salakia, I should have had them up, but scriptures talk about be innocent. You're supposed to be innocent and be workers of good, be found innocent, of all men. We're supposed to be found innocent. We're not supposed to be doing anything crazy behind the scenes. And if you are trying to protect yourself, protect your home, protect your family, you don't need to show the world that. So I just wanted to speak my piece on that because once again, Viceland, I believe they interviewed Bishop Nathaniel too. They went into an IUIC place, and then I believe they tried to do an interview with the GMS brother over in London too. And now Vice is pushing that Black Israelite extremist thing. And what do you know? More black people with guns, so-called black people popping up with guns. Look, we have a right to arm ourselves. And of course, the federal agents are watching and they're lurking. And, maybe that was one who came up to the camp too. So, we'll see. With that being said, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Abishai. Just my take on it. Esau is directing a narrative. He's pushing that current. He's pushing because he's seeing us rise up, and he's got the world rising up against him. And now, he can see his time is short, like the scriptures say. Satan, seeing that his time is very short, will bring his wrath upon you. He's going to bring his wrath upon us very soon, probably. Very soon. So, we're supposed to ready our mind, ready our body, ready our spirit, stay in the spirit, continue to trim our lamps, continue to trim ourselves of all the bullshit and the bad habits that you're taught in the world, and the different demons and the spirits that come at you. You purify yourself from that too. Because we're supposed to be, that's what the priests are in the purity. The temple has to be clean. The frankincense is clean in the air. Everything about you is clean. You can't enter the temple if you're unclean. So we're supposed to try to maintain that cleanness and that order. That being said, all praise to Yahweh Bashim El Shah Bashim Kakadash. That one say Pasi as Reverend Stone. Peace and salutations to you sincere brothers out there. I hope this is edifying. Shalom.